Hey guys, welcome to this Ready Set Crypto video. So I'm often told by people on here, and people I know in person, hey, this crypto thing is interesting, but I don't have a lot to invest. I mean, Bitcoin is $14,000, so I clearly missed the boat. So, I clearly shouldn't invest, right? Okay, so the first thing, you can break up a Bitcoin into many pieces, and so you can invest in Bitcoin with $10. Second thing, yes, you missed the Bitcoin boat. A lot of people did. But what we're currently seeing is sort of a second wave of cryptocurrency. Quite simply, people are taking the vision and the technology that built Bitcoin and are expanding it, making it more than currency. If you look at all the money in cryptocurrencies, in 2017, the total amount of money went from about 18 billion to 700 billion. The Bitcoin boat is what got us from basically nothing to that 18 billion. And now this second wave is what got us from 18 to 700, and it's not stopping. Obviously, you would have done the best getting in right at the beginning, but you would have also done extremely well. In fact, way better than Bitcoin recently, had you invested in something like Ethereum on January 1st, 2017, and withdrawn on January 1st, 2018. You would have effectively seen your money go around 100 times the initial cost basis. So, had you put in $10, you would have withdrawn nearly 1,000. I think we can all use $1,000 in our pocket. So here's what I tell people. Even if you only have $10 or $100 to put in, whether you don't have a lot or you're skeptical, you can still invest in cryptocurrency. Now, this needs to be money that you're okay losing. This needs to be money that you would have otherwise spent at Starbucks or eating at a restaurant. You can just put it in, walk away for a couple of years, and see how you did. You don't have to believe or understand the technology. You don't have to be rich to get in. You can be skeptical and still invest in crypto. Look, if it all crashes and burns tomorrow, it all goes to zero, then what have you lost? Money you would have otherwise spent on stuff you can do without. But what if the opposite is true? What if we're about to see another explosion in cryptocurrency value, and your $10 or $100 is now thousands? Wouldn't that be nice? If you pass this opportunity by, if you do the same thing you probably did when you heard about Bitcoin a few years ago on the news, nothing, and this stuff represents the next big thing, you'll have missed out on huge opportunities that could have changed your life twice. Guys, I don't want that for you. If you're watching this video, you're interested enough to give it a chance, and that's great. If you're new to crypto, I recently put out a video specifically for people new to crypto, and so you should check that out first. So going forward, I'm going to assume you know a few things about crypto. We're basically going to break down the question, how do I grow a portfolio from not a lot? How do I become crypto rich? The best thing I can tell you is that patience is more than a virtue, and long-term vision is the key. To figure out what to do, you're going to need to realize that the Amazons and Apples of tomorrow are going to come out of this space. But at the same time, 90% of the projects in this space will fail. So what? The others will go on to change the world. Those are the ones we want to invest in. So which ones will survive and which ones will go to zero? No one knows, but we can make an educated guess. Cryptocurrencies give you the chance to do what venture capitalists do. Up until now, it's been the exclusive right of people with lots and lots of money to invest in early stage companies. But now it's the little guy's turn. As I said, 90% of crypto projects will fail, just like in the startup world, but it's the last 10% where all the money's made. Those are the companies that go supernova. They go up 10 times or 100 times or 1,000 times. It's those home runs that recoup all the losses and then some. So instead of trading, you're going to play a micro VC. You're going to buy in with whatever you have to spare, and you're going to split that money up into projects with the best chance of being successful. So to do that, to have that sort of portfolio, you need to understand at a macro level what crypto looks like right now. Under my evaluation, there's about 7 categories of crypto. First, we have the store of value. The biggest and most well-known one of this category is Bitcoin. Because of its scalability issues, it's really been relegated to only this category. Now, people debate all day why Bitcoin is worth what it's worth, but essentially when it comes down to it, it's because it is anti-counterfeit and anti-fraud, meaning it's the first piece of digital property that has scarcity. You can copy a song 100 times, 1,000 times, and the record industry hates that, but you can never copy a Bitcoin. There's no such thing as a counterfeit Bitcoin. So once people figure that out, that Bitcoin is really the first piece of digital beachfront, that's why it has value. It has scarcity. People are going to bid up the price. And so, yeah, for it to be just digital gold is kind of a shame, given that its original vision was to be, a peer-to-peer payment network. But I think Bitcoin has importance as this category. So next we have the payment category. So this is where we see coins such as Dash, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin. These are the coins that do what Bitcoin was originally built for, being a payment network, a peer-to-peer payment network, very well. You're able to transact value for pennies on the dollar, which is a massive improvement over the existing traditional systems. You don't have some middleman taking a 1.5% fee for every transaction. You just pay a couple cents in network fees. And so these coins are generally Bitcoin forks or copies, and they try to take what Bitcoin was originally built for and improve upon it. So this will always be sort of a hostile space. There's always going to be competition to be the number one payment coin, because the vision is eventually to be used for all transactions across the world. There's so much disruption potential for that the coin that gets it right is going to be huge. Next, we have the category of pure anonymity, or privacy coins. This is where you see coins such as Monero. And the goal with this is to be sort of like a payment coin, but the sender or recipient isn't known in the transaction. That's very good for people who don't want to broadcast their identities, because with traditional blockchains like Bitcoin, everything's public. That's one of the big revelations of the blockchain. So these coins twist that original model to allow privacy, to allow anonymous transactions. This category has been very big lately, and there's been a lot of competition, just like in the payment category, to be the next big privacy coin. So the fourth category is the platform. So this category can be pretty broad, but generally Ethereum is the best example of a platform type coin. Generally what we see with platform type coins is that they enable other coins to be built off of them, tokens. And so this is extremely useful for, companies that want to build up a blockchain type solution, but don't want to have to, reinvent the wheel. They don't want to have to develop their own blockchain solution. They can use the existing platform solution and build upon that. So this category is what we believe to be sort of the catalyst of this second wave of crypto. This category has gotten people very excited about the possibilities of, all the different avenues that crypto can explore. So this is an extremely important category and sort of represents the future of crypto as well. So the fifth category is utility tokens. Generally, these tokens are built off of the platforms. For example, ERC20 tokens built off of Ethereum. These coins attempt to solve a specific problem using the benefits of the blockchain. As such, they're a little bit more specialized, but that can be also a very good thing if they're able to do that one thing very well. So our sixth category are those coins which are sort of opaque in their description or motivation, and generally these are coins that you want to stay away from. We'd also lump in coins that are specifically designed to scam or defraud investors. We're not going to name any specific coins for this category because we don't want to bring the ire of coin backers for that coin, but generally these are the coins you want to stay away from. And so our last category are fee split or dividend coins. These coins are either direct or indirect dividend paying. Direct dividend paying tokens either share profits or reward you for holding with additional assets. Indirect dividend paying assets engaged in buybacks then destroy the repurchased tokens. This is a smart investment category because you get rewarded for holding on to your coins long term. And if you're able to get into one of these coins early so that you have a large amount of them, that can enable you to have pretty significant dividends that you could potentially live off of. So one important thing to know is that some coins can be in multiple categories. They're not just relegated to one. And so that's an extremely good opportunity for you. Finding those coins that can blend these categories, especially the ones that are hot right now. For example, look for a coin that combines anonymity with platform. Two coins that I feature on my channel, For and Navcoin, are currently trying to build out ADApps so that they offer an anonymized platform for building other tokens. They haven't finished and put to market that solution just yet, but when they do, I anticipate their value to shoot through the roof. Or for another example, let's look at Neo, which is a platform that also has dividends. Neo used to be a steal at $1, $2, $3. It was a huge risk with huge rewards. They didn't have a product other than their blockchain. They didn't have a dApp running or even being built on it. They had no English resources to figure out how to code on it or deploy a smart contract, no marketing. We didn't even know if the founder was still alive. All it was a Chinese-based smart contract platform with an innovative consensus algorithm that the early adopters believed in and essentially invested in when it was not much more than a website and a blockchain. But look where it is now. It's got more than a dozen dApps being built on it. It's got a solid team. It's got a council also funding the City of Zion, which is a group of volunteer developers. Neo has grown into an incredible community and is now launching coding dApp contests left and right, with the latest one in partnership with Microsoft China and offering $500,000 worth in prizes. Neo holders get rewarded with gas on a daily basis. When Neo gets further adoption, all fees such as registering an asset, deploying a contract, changing an asset, etc., will be redistributed to Neo holders on a prorated basis. Pretty soon here, those investors with 1,000, 2,000 Neo are going to be receiving enough gas that they could live off of the dividends. And so they have no incentive to sell, which only increases the price as more and more people want to get into this. Now, what a lot of people still don't realize in crypto is you don't invest in the bigger market cap coins expecting to make a killing. Sure, they'll bring you nice long-term growth as the whole market matures, and that's where you want to diversify and solidify your portfolio, solid coins with a purpose. But what if you want more thrill, an actual opportunity to be in on a moonshot? You find a project that makes business sense, that is working on a project or has a working product and a good team. So the moral of this story, early adoption pays off. History repeats itself and will continue to do so. Bitcoin was a digital money for nerds. Ethereum was a cool project that no one really cared about until they got their alliance together, which showed credibility. Neo was Chinese vaporware. What do they all have in common? Their early adopters made a killing. So in my opinion, the coins that you need to be looking for, the ones that are going to do very well, are coins that are going to blend those categories that I talked about. Specifically, look for coins that pay dividends, those coins that give you dividends for holding them. Neo is an obvious example. Look how it's done. Let's look at Particle. Let's look at COS. I started talking about COS back in October when it was a couple cents, and now it's a couple dollars. It's a utility token that you invest in their platform and you receive some of the exchange fees. Same with Binance Coin, BNB, except with that one, you get less transaction fees for holding it, but you also get indirect dividends because they buy back and burn some of the BNB coins every now and then. Guys, the point here is that I think finding those coins that have dividends and then combined with another one of these categories are extremely good plays. Look for coins, look for ICOs, new coins, etc. that do this. Just about every coin that I can find that has some sort of dividend structure, in addition to having one of these other compelling features, has done exceptionally well, especially for those early investors. And so with those coins that are only a couple cents, even if you only have $10 to put in, $10 of one of these coins that were a couple cents that are now a couple dollars each these days, that's a huge gain for not a large portfolio. And so the other point I have to stress is that you have to do your research, look around, find these coins before anyone else does. The signs are out there. Go on Reddit and look for undervalued coins, underhyped coins. Do your due diligence to look at upcoming ICOs to see, what's coming to market. Your next big winner is out there. You just need to find it. And once you do, your small portfolio will be a big one. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button so you can continue to see high quality crypto analysis. And don't forget to hit the bell next to the subscribe button to be notified when we put out new videos. Additionally, check out the description for a link to our daily newsletter. And pretty soon here, we're going to be offering a paid advisory newsletter, which will give you insight to the private collection of coins that we're looking at, some things we're watching, and many more premium features for our paid subscribers. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.